Welcome to Modified. Today we'll be looking at Excel charts and graphs. What is Excel charts and graphs? Charts and graphs are used to make information clearer and easier to understand. It is a way of graphically communicating your data to the audience or viewers. Yes, we can say that it aids in quick analysis and presents information clearer, quicker, and easier to view. There is a saying that a good picture is worth 1,000 numbers. Yes, Excel has different types of graphs and charts. Okay, let's quickly look at some of it. We have the line graph or charts. We have the pie charts. We have the bar charts. We have the column charts. We have the area charts, XY graph, histogram, box and whisker, waterfall, combo, tree map. We have the tree map. We have the radar, surface, and stocks. Without wasting time, we have an Excel sheet where we'll be using to illustrate some of these charts. Okay, let's open to our Excel sheet, and we have a table here, a competitors table, okay, which we got from our previous lesson. Okay, so we are going to use this database, the competitors database or competitors table, to create some of these charts. Okay, so we'll be concentrating on the competitors column and the average column. Okay, so now let's quickly look at that. And for you to create a chart, probably you have a project you are working on, and then you've succeeded in organizing your information in a tabular form, and you wish to use a chart or a graph. And then you can choose a particular graph or chart that will suit the information you intend presenting to your audience. Okay, because there are different charts that suit some particular problems. Okay, all right, that is more visible and clearer when you use them on that particular problem. Okay, so here we are going to use the histogram charts on this table. Okay, so to achieve that, we are going to select these two columns, then click on the tab, insert tab, then take your mouse pointer to the charts category. See, from the charts group you have different types of charts. Okay, so let's click on one of the charts, click on it. Okay, if for any reason you click a chart and probably along the line you don't need that chart, you want to change it to a different types of chart, okay, you can do that by right clicking on this chart, clicking on the chart, then you click on select change chart type. Okay, click on change chart type, or you can do that from the ribbons here. Looking at the ribbon of the design tool, from the design tab you have different ribbons and you will have different charts. Okay, so from the ribbon you have a tool that says inscribe change chart type. Okay, so you click on that particular tool, click on it, and then you can now select the particular chart you want. Okay, so now let's right click on this chart, click inside the chart, right click on it, then click on change chart type, change chart type, then okay, so that is to say the particular chart we selected is a histogram chart, but it's a Pareto, is another type of histogram chart. Okay, I want us to use this one. Let's click on this. Okay, then we'll now say okay, so it's been inserted. Okay, we have our chart here. So looking at this chart, does it really give you the clear picture of what this table is all about? Yeah, but there is no title, so we might not really understand more about the table. So let's add a title, so men looking at it will be able to understand what the chart is all about. Okay, we have a space for your chart title. If for any reason you want to add chart title, you want to add as this title, you come to this point. This is your chart element. Okay, you can add more chart element by clicking on this plus sign. Okay, clicking on this plus sign, you have chart element, or you can come to this point, take your mouse pointer to this place where you have add chart elements. Click on this arrow down, then you have some elements, okay, with which you can select, click to add to your chart. Okay, so now let's click on this plus sign and we have this option. Okay, so now we have the axis. See, the axis is selected. That is why we're having all these axes. Okay, the x axis and the y axis. Okay, so now let's say axis title. Let's add axis title by checking it. You have your axis title. So we already have our chart title, which is this. Our chart title is there. Okay, so we also have data label. If you click on data label, I hope you can see what is going on there. Clicking on data label, you note that the labels of each of the bar is being presented, is being inscribed on top of the bar. Okay, so each of these has a label, which is the average score of each competitor. Okay, so it is being inscribed on the bar. Okay, so if you don't need it, you can uncheck it. Okay, if you don't need the grid lines, you can uncheck it as well. Okay, so now this is your chart. This is your chart style. This is the chart style. So let's see if we can have another. If you want to change this chart style, you want to change this chart, you can come here, select, click on any of this that suits you. Okay, you can change it to a particular one that suits your desire. So I wish to use this one, and that is the one I want to use. Okay, that is okay for me. So let's format this chart accordingly. So now we already have the chart title. Now let's click on this chart element. The axis, yes, we need the axis. We need the axis title. Yes, we need the axis title. Do we need the data label? No, we don't need the data label. So do we need the legend? No, we don't need the legend. Okay, so we're okay with this, right? So let's proceed. Let me adjust the chart a little. Okay, by increasing it. It depends on what you want. Okay, so now we have our chart. Let's inscribe a title to it, so whoever sees it will understand what the chart is all about. Okay, so what's this chart? What is it all about? This is a competitor's chart, right? Let's say it's a competitor's chart. Let's edit, right click and edit text. So let's type competitor's chart. Let's use calculator. Okay, competitors charts. Okay, so now we have the axis title. Let's right click on the axis title, edit text. So this one is the average score. Okay, let's say average score. Then here let's also right click and edit text. So what do we call this? These are the competitors names. Okay, so let's say competitors names. Competitors names. Okay, so you can also format this. You can also add colors to this. Let's add a color to this to make it a little bit different from the others. Okay, let's add this color. All right, let's also click on this, right click on it, on that fill color, so you click on it. Okay, let's choose same color that we added on, same color. Okay, so we've added this. So let's see if we can change. Are we okay with this? Okay, all right, let's leave it at this. So we have succeeded. If you want to change the color of this, you can also do that as well. You can come to this point where you have your format. Maybe you want to change the background, you can do that. Okay, you want to change the color of your bars, that is the histogram. Want to change the colors on the bars, you can click on it on the design tool, design tab. You see your change color tab. Okay, click on it, this drop down. You can now select a particular color that is more appealing to you. Leave it at this. Okay, all right, so that is it about that. Okay, now we have succeeded in creating this. Let's quickly move to the next table. As we have clicked on this, we have done this. Let's save file, save. Okay, you can save your charts. Okay, as you are working on your Excel sheet or Excel file, ensure you always save your work. Okay, so in case anything happens, you'll be able to recover it quickly. So now we are going to also use same table to create another chart. So this time we are also going to highlight the two columns. You click on insert tab. From the chart group, let's select the 3D column charts. Okay, the only difference between the 3D, the column chart, and the bar chart is that this one is vertical. It presents each bar on a vertical manner, while this one presents each bar horizontally. Okay, so that is just the difference between the bar chart and the column chart. So we are going to be using the 3D column chart. Okay, so let's click on this. By clicking on that, we have selected that particular chart. Okay, so let's quickly format this chart. Okay, let's quickly format it to suit our desire. Okay, first we would like us to look at all the charts. Are we okay with this particular chart? You can mouse over the chart style to see the particular one that suits you, the particular one that is more appealing to you. Okay, so let's work with this. Okay, I like this one, so let's work with this. Okay, so we have chosen a particular chart that is more appealing to us. So the chart now, there's a title on it. You can change the title if you don't want this particular title. So this is a competitors table. So let's right click and edit. Okay, competitors charts. Okay, I'm going to add the axis title. So you click on your chart and you have this element, chart element. So we are going to click on it. We are going to add axis title. So check that box on axis title to add the axis title. Okay, so when you click on it, it adds the axis title. You can also change the background of this particular chart. Let's uncheck this to remove the grid. We don't want the grid. Okay, uncheck it, the grid goes up. That is the line. We remove it because we don't need it. Now we've added the axis title. Let's quickly insert our axis title. So let's edit. And what's the axis title? The axis title here is average score. Here you have let's right click and edit. So let's say competitors names. Okay, so now we're going to change this bars. Let's change the color of the bars. Click on here where you have change colors. Click on any of this. Let's change it to this. Okay, I think this is okay by me. So we change the bars. So what next? We also want to add a little color to this background. Okay, so for you to change the background color of your chart, you come to this place where you have format from the tools, from the tabs. You see a format tab under the chart tool up here. You have a tab called format. You click on it. Then you also have a shape fill. Okay, shade fill color, you click on it. So what's the color we want? So whatever color you want, you click on it and it reflects on your chart. Okay, so let's take this, let's click on this, which has automatically reflected on our chart. Okay, I think we are okay by this. Looking at this, anybody looking at this will be able to understand, get a clear picture of what this chart is all about. Okay, let's quickly go to the next chart, okay, which is the line chart. Okay, so now looking at this other table, the next sheet here, we have a table. Let's say this table is representing values, customers ordered values. These are order values, okay, and we have the maximum values and the minimum value for each month as regards the different years. So we are going to represent this on a chart, putting into consideration the maximum and the minimum value, okay, for each month. Okay, so now we are going to highlight this particular table, and we are going to be using the line graph. Okay, we are going to use the line graph to present this table. Okay, so highlight the chart, the table, select, then click on insert. Then from the chart group, let's select one of the charts. Okay, you can mouse over it to see a particular chart that pleases, that is more appealing to you. Okay, let me use this. I like this because of the markers on the line. Okay, so this is a line with a marker. Without wasting time, let's format this table. Okay, yes, we have our chart title. What is this table all about? Okay, you don't know because there is no title, but because the title will give you a clearer picture of what the table is all about. So let's quickly add a title to it. Right click and you say edit. So what title are we going to give this? This is a customer, let's say 2018 through 2023 customers ordered their values. Okay, so we are going to highlight this, we are going to bold it. Go to your home page, see bold, bold it. If you want to increase it, can as well. If you want to increase it, can as well do your increase it from here. Okay, so we are bolding it, and you want to add your fill color, you can as well, you can also do it there. Okay, you can add colors here and it will affect our charts. Okay, so but okay, let's leave it at that. Okay, so now let's keep formatting. I will leave it as a white background, but we are going to add outline color. So let's click on format. Okay, let's say outline, we want to add more outline color. Let's click on this weight. Okay, let's increase it. We want to make it a big outline color. Okay, so this is the fill color of your outline. So the outline, which of the color do you want? You can choose any of the color. So design, let's leave it at black. Okay, I want the outline color to be black. That's too bold. Let's change the color. Let's change it. Okay, so we have changed it. In fact, we don't need it. I don't need it. Okay, I just want to increase more. If you want more outline color, you can increase the outline color. Okay, as you so desire. Okay, so now we have the maximum. It's telling us, the chart is telling us that the blue color is the maximum, for the maximum value, while the orange color is for the minimum value. Okay, so you can choose to add more element, chart elements, if you so desire. Okay, But I don't think we need I need the as is title. I don't need it. So let me remove the grid lines. Uncheck it to remove the grid lines. This is the legend. We need the legend because we uncheck it. The maximum and the minimum value there, the legend goes off. So we need the legend to explain further which one is the minimum value and which one is the maximum value. Okay, so if you want to add background to this chart, you can as well do that. But I want us to remove this. I want us to remove this border that we added to this fill color, to the title color. I don't like that background, so I'm going to change the background something else. Okay, so let's change it to something darker. Then we change the text inside to white. Okay, making it black. Then we highlight, we select the text inside. Okay, then we click on the home text color. Let's say white. Okay, and we'll bolden it. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we have changed the text color to white and the background. Okay, so this is, I think we're done. Looking at this chart, you'll be able to understand what this chart is all about. Okay, so if for any reason you want to uncheck any of this, maybe you don't want the minimum value to reflect on the chart, you can uncheck it here and then click on apply. By clicking on this, it reflects on the chart. Okay, looking at the charts, it gives you a clearer picture of what the chart is all about. Okay, I have succeeded in creating a line graph. Okay, so now let's quickly go to the next chart. Okay, without wasting time, we click on the next sheet. We are going to present this chart using the pie chart. Okay, so we highlight the table, we click on insert, then we go to our pie chart, we click on pie chart. So we are going to use the 3D pie, which is the 3D pie chart. Okay, so we click on it. So this is our 3D chart. Okay, I'm going to save this because I don't want to lose any of my work. As I'm working on it, I'll keep saving. Okay, so this, are you okay with the colors? Yes, we are okay. And as you can see, the different months represent different charts. Okay, so what do we do? This is it's telling us that this is the maximum value. What about the other value? So let's go ahead and format this chart. Okay, let's click on the chart elements. If you feel this is okay, you can mouse over some of these charts and see which of the charts is more appealing to you. Okay, so this one, we have the months inscribed on inside the charts. Okay, inside each pie. Okay, so let's go with the one we chose. Okay, let's click on this legend. We are going to remove the data label. Okay, so this is the legend. We need it. Okay, for further explanation. Okay, so we need the legends. The legends here, we have January through October, which is not complete, so which means some are not there, so we increase it a little. So we have the complete chart, we have the complete data, January through December. Okay, so now each pie represents a value. Okay, so and now it's telling us that this is for the maximum. Okay, these are the maximum value. So now let's add a data label to it. Okay, so adding the data label, you see you have the values on there, each of the pie representing the value, and this value is for the maximum value. Okay, so we can select all of this by clicking on the text, that is clicking on the value. Then we come to your home tab. We want to add a color to it so that it will be more clearer for us to preview. Okay, let's change the color to white. Okay, and let's bolden it. So we have changed the color on the pie to white. Okay, so we can see it's clearer. Okay, so now each each pie has a value, okay? This value is for the maximum value, okay? So now let's change the background. Let's come to click here, design, or let's say format, then the shape fill. Let's click on any of this shape fill. Anyway, it's not necessary that you must change the background, okay? I just feel like doing it, okay? So you can mouse over it to see the particular background that will suit you if you so desire, okay, to add a background. But it's not compulsory, neither is it necessary, okay? You can just leave it the way it is. So now let's leave it without adding a background, but let's wish to add an outline. Let's add an outline. Let's add a weight to it. Let's make it a bit thicker, the outline color. So let's make it black. Okay, so the pie chart to present our table. Okay, so now we are only showing the maximum. What about the minimum? For you to showcase the other value, you can come to your filter tool, and then you note that the maximum value is checked. It's only the maximum value that is checked. So we also you click on the minimum value and you say apply. By so doing, the value will change to the minimum value. So this is the minimum value. We are changing the color to white, okay? By clicking on the front, go to your home tab, then you select select the front color, then you change the front color to white, and then we bolden it, okay? That is what we did in the other one, but in this case, because some of these colors, some of these values are out because the pie on the pies are smaller and could not contain the values. That is why you are seeing some of them out, okay? So now let's change the entire value. Let's change the color to, instead of white, let's choose another color. Okay, let's leave it at this, okay, so that those ones out there can also be more visible, okay? So we are going to darken this background a little. That is for the minimum value. So we have darkened the minimum value, the background, we've darkened it a little, okay? So we have succeeded in changing. Let's go back, let's save our work. So this is the minimum value. If for any reason we need to showcase the minimum value, this is how we can change from the minimum to the maximum value. So let's change it back to the maximum value, okay? And let's click on apply. So when you have a chart like this, where you have the minimum and the maximum value, it showcases the primary value. That is first. That is if you are creating a pie chart, okay, where you have different tables like this. So where you have different columns to showcase. So it showcases the primary value first, which is the maximum value, and then followed by the minimum value, okay? Without wasting time, let's save our work. And then let's go to the next sheet, okay? So this is a very short table which is telling us the percentage of each team, okay? And we want to present this in a pie chart. So we are going to use the not pie chart, okay? So now let's highlight the table and then let's click on insert. Then let's click on pie chart, but in this case we are using this, okay? Not. Let's click on it, okay? So by clicking on this, you've seen the different team A, B, and C, okay? So and each of this representing each team. So you can mouse over it and look out for a particular one style that suits you. So let's choose this particular style, okay? I like the style, it's more appealing to me. So you click on it, okay? So without wasting time, you note that the percentage have been prepared on each of this pie, okay? Note that the entire pie is 100%. Yes, we have team A 90 over 100, right? 60 over 100. So everything here should not be more than 100%. Okay, so out of that 90%, the 100% is being shared among these three teams, okay, of which the 90% of team A is now 45%, okay, and the 60% of team B is now 30%, okay, on the chart. And then the team C, 50% of team C is now 25%. Of when you total all, it gives us 100%, okay. So you can choose to add or remove your legend, but leaving the legends makes it more clearer for us to understand what the chart is all about, okay. This is how to present. If you want to add any formatting, probably you want to add a outline or whatever, you can go ahead and do it. But this is how to present your chart in a to present your table in a chart, okay. You can as well use a histogram or any other chart to present this. Okay, let's quickly highlight this. Let's see if we can add another chart to highlight the table. Let's click on our insert tool from the charts category. Let's click on this chart, and then let's click on a box and whisker, okay. Box and whisker is a graph where you have your x-axis and you also have your y axis, okay. So now what's the chart all about? It's about the team score, right? Team A to C scores, okay. Let's just leave it at that, okay. So now let's see how we can format this title, okay. Let's highlight it, go to the home tab, let's give it a background color, a black background color. Then we have to change the front color. Let's change it to white, okay. Front color to white, okay. So by highlighting it, for you to change the front color to white, you need to highlight it, and then since we have white here, I'll click on it, okay. So it changes to white. Let's bolden it. Let's bolden the front color, okay. You highlight, then you bold, okay. So it is bold. Then now we have our team. So what else do you think we can do, okay. So now let's quickly, okay, you check the legend, and on check it again. I want it to be at the top here, okay. So now let's add an outline to the graph. Let's add an outline. If you wish to add a background, you can as well go ahead and do that. So click on your graph, then click on this format, okay. Click on format. Then from the format, you have your shape fill. This is where you can add background to your graph, but we don't want any background. We want to add a shape outline. So let's click on the outline. Let's click on weight. I want to add a bold outline, okay. So click on this, okay. So if for any reason you want to add color to your outline, you can still come here and choose any color to add on your outline, but I don't need any color. I just want to leave it at gray, okay. Gray color. So I leave it at this, okay. So by looking at the graph without being told, you note that this is trying to represent the team that has the highest score and the lowest score, the various teams, okay. Though you can have as many teams as, okay, you can have more teams, you can also present it in a chart like this, okay. So men looking at our charts so far, the clearer view is seeing that the one with the highest pi has the highest score, and the one with the lowest pi has the lowest score, and the one on the highest point on the graph has the highest scores, okay.
Thanks for being with me thus far, and ensure you don't miss out in our next class.
Share this link to everyone around you so they can be part of this free online training. If you don't need this package today, remember that others might, as more educational content will keep reaching you from this channel. Once again, I remain Deborah from Devitech. Don't fail to subscribe for notification on our upcoming videos. Thanks and bye for now.